given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against.
We need to calm down. They're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Houston with a big group substitution here. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Noel. Defense is right there. Looking for Aminu. He gets it there. The team's changing it up here. The 76ers trail by 16. Meredith guarded by Harden. Harden with the defensive effort.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got it.
Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 18 feet out, and it's Houston with another. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And it drops once again. The bucket from Flash. Flash has got 6 here in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Meredith. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the three-point attempt by Free, and the basket good.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Misses in close. The 76ers trail by 19. To the left side wing. Here's Okafor. The shot is off. Great D that time from Flash. The feed now to Thornton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. 5th best, the Rockets.
They've been outstanding all season long at knocking down their shots. They move themselves. They're looking for the best shot, not just the first available shot. And as a result, they've been excellent knocking them down.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Thornton. And Philadelphia making a change here. Payne's checked in. And Thornton drops 2. 1:44 left here in the second. "14 feet away. That's good on the jump shot."
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He finished with 36 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He had a great...
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. If we see an open look, we got to take it.
High praise to
have to make them play at our tempo.
Thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time. The season still, but Kevin, it's time to take a look at where the 76ers sit right now in the league stats. Second in steals. Second.
Belly's checked in for Philadelphia. Houston making a switch here. The 76ers trail. By 21. Pick by Okafor. Down low. That's basket number 2 with his third shot.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Off to a fast 2 for 3.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing!
Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Lakers, a terrific position for them as it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Rockets, 3.5 back.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
They set the screen to the inside. Here's Payne, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Rockets, Alexander's checked in for Capella. Marshall comes in for Flash. And it's Brewer in for James Harden. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That'll do it for the first half. Houston on top, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision making in the second half. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. And I don't say this often, but in the second half, there's no such thing as a bad shot. If you've got one you like, take it. Even if we've only run half a second off the shot clock. That's it for now. Let's stay focused and close this one out strong.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Terrific game for Flash. He's got 26 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
And here are the 76ers now. 15-point game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And for the Rockets, Flash in at small forward. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Flash misses.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And for Philadelphia, by himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
And here are the Rockets now, after the Sixers pick up 2. There's the triple, and another 3 for Houston.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The 76ers trail by 16. They set the pick. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Dillon. It's rebounded by Houston. 22 is their biggest lead. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And one of the few bright